Hey, y'all, and welcome to episode 4 of The Best Wingman Around, where it's just another day. It's just another wing vlog. I'm your host, Julia Golub. And when I say it's just another day, that, of course, is not true because welcome to part 2 of a 2-part miniseries that basically has to do with the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. We're about to go into Game 6. And we know that this is a high stakes game, so we're just going to get right into the vlog so I can go watch the game. Now, to kind of recap the whole purpose of this initiative, I am visiting various well-known and or well-rated wing spots around Oakland where I reside, and or as per the duration of the football season in any city that I visit. And at that point, I'll have in-person guests on the show. But in the absence of that for the time being, the point is to raise awareness for the fact that I'm not watching NFL football this season because of the lack of any sort of attention that's been paid by the league to matters of social justice. And I do want to say that I feel terribly about what's been going on recently with COVID cases in the NFL. It is my sincere hope that they take things seriously. And if, amendments to the season need to be made, that they are made. But without further ado, on today's show, we have my original ride or die bitch, Carmen Gutierrez. We're talking about Fire Wings, which, again, in keeping with the Miami Heat theme, they are pretty fire. We'll get into that more. And let's just kick it right off. Hi, Carmen.
Hey, Julia.
Welcome to The Best Wingman. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. It is my pleasure. Now, we're going to start out with the wingtro.
Okay.
3 questions,
Wingtro.
1 sentence each. First question.
Okay.
What is your favorite part about wings?
My favorite part about wings is you eat them with your hands.
Okay. I love that. Question number 2. What makes you today's resident wing expert?
Because I love wings. I would consume just about any wing.
I mean, listen, passion is important. You have a passion for the craft, and I completely understand that.
I'm dedicated and committed to, learning and eating wings is the bottom line.
So Malcolm Gladwell says that, you need 10,000 hours of practice in something to be an expert. So you'd say that you have 10,000 hours of wing expertise.
Perhaps. And if not, I am at least on my way, and it's aspirational.
Okay. I'll allow it. And then finally, question number 3. Do you think that wings are an appetizer or are they an actual meal?
So if I'm at a restaurant and the menu is good and also they have chicken wings for an app, then you can split them and then get your own thing. But right. If I'm at a sports bar or a barbecue, then more likely wings are my entree.
Okay, good. Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I think that the answer to that question is that wings are limitless. They can fall into any category. They can be a snack. They can be an appetizer, exactly to your point, at a restaurant. If I'm at a restaurant and there's wings in the app menu, I'm getting them. So today, it was actually the day after, or the day that I recorded last week's episode, which was happened to be Miami Heat Monday, right after Miami won Game 3 of the finals. But my point in that is that after I finished taping that episode, I went downstairs and my security guard was eating wings, which can't make that shit up. She was eating wings and I was like, where are these from?
Yeah.
And she told me that they were from a place called Fire Wings. Now, I had never heard of such a place. Have you?
No.
No, but it's a chain and it happens to be like a mostly California. I think they have some locations in Texas. So it's not like a national chain.
Okay.
But so I was intrigued. And then also, if you saw last week's episode, I had told Jesse that mango habanero were just, I really wish it was one of those things that like I wish I liked, but I've never found one. I've never found a place that I really like the flavor. So what I decided to do today was go to this place, Fire Wings, get the hottest wings, which are called Fire, to be expected, and B, also get my mango habanero. So, you know,
that's what you're eating.
That's what I'm eating. So we have, this is the first time I'm eating like traditional sauced wings.
God, why am I not eating wings right now too?
I mean, that is not a question that I can answer for you. I'm going to start out by just going for the regular, the Fire Wing.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to do the mango habanero first because if the Fire Wing is too spicy, then I don't want my palate to get all like fucked up.
You have like milk with you?
I do have oat milk in the fridge. No, it does. It's like the coating of your tongue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You didn't. Okay, so we just like took a pause break so that I could order food. You didn't even ask me what I ordered. Do you want to know?
I mean, now I do. You probably got wings.
I tried to get wings, but like nothing is open because I live in North Carolina and it's like Sunday, so it's like, you know, God's day. So whatever. I got Chipotle, so I'm really excited. So like a taco show of this would be really good too.
Well, you know what, my love?
Queso, Julia.
What if you do a spinoff? I think it's a little bit more on brand for you than me to do a taco show. I'm just saying.
Maybe, but not where I live. But if I were still living in Austin, I would totally have done a queso. Anyway.
Ooh, sexy. You know, that first time I visited you in Austin is the first time I ever had queso.
It was what we did right as you got off the airplane.
Early, like drove on the shoulder of the highway to get to the nearest queso. For anyone who's been to Austin, the traffic there is terrible.
It's true.
Anyway, okay. So mango habanero, obviously drum because we want to be a little bit less messy than
that looks so good. So you're watching. How is it?
You know? So right off the bat, what I really like about it is that they're like you taste the mango in the glaze.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like really saucy. It's sitting in some sauce.
Yeah.
But it's not like, it's not too sticky. So I'm not like, but there is a really good kick to it with the habanero.
Nice.
Not overpowering though. I go in for like second little nibble here.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I think that Jesse was right in inspiring me to not quit when it comes to mango habanero. So, she had asked me.
Try.
Yeah, giving, I think kind of the takeaway here is giving things the old college try never gets old. But actually, the reason mango habanero was brought up was because she had asked me if I was a wing flavor, what would I be? And then it, you know, started this whole discussion. So I'm going to pose that question to you. if you were a wing flavor, what wing flavor would you be?
Interesting. Part of me, I think I would be like honey barbecue.
Really? Why?
Well, I guess I'm just thinking of really what I like the best. And I feel like that's like also me because it's like, okay, well, it's like, I just feel like I am like classic and sweet.
I don't know. If I were to permission to,
my favorite flavor though.
it is. Well, permission to speak freely. If I were to characterize you as honey barbecue, the reason I would say is because you're certainly sweet to an extent,
Yeah.
but there's definitely a
kick.
a smokiness to you, a strong flavor, if you will,
yes.
like a kick in the teeth.
Yeah, but yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But true. I don't know. But if we're talking about kicks, I don't know if honey barbecue is spicy enough.
I know
to represent you.
I know.
Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just that I don't really eat. Despite everything.
Your heritage.
Yeah, you know that I'm like a spice wimp. So when I was little, like, my dad, who is Mexican from Mexico, our family, everyone is from Mexico. He, like, when we said bad words or whatever, so like, you know how like white parents, like American parents, like if their kids said something bad, they would put like soap in their mouths or something.
Yes.
Like a thing.
Yes. So your dad made you eat peppers?
He like put jalapenos in our mouths.
Oh yeah. Well,
and
that'll do it.
But like Alex, like my sister, apparently like really liked it, and I was just like, I guess it just like traumatized me. But I am trying to step out and like dip my toe into the spice, but I am like not a spice connoisseur. So it's hard for me to name myself as a spicier wing because I just like don't have the reach.
Right. You just don't know what you don't know. And that's fine. And so then on the topic of spice, then we're going to go ahead and try our second wing of the day, which is fire. And by the way, so this place has like little fire symbols.
Oh yeah.
There's spice levels. The mango habanero has 2. They actually have a litany of flavors similar to Buffalo Wild Wings, like they have rubs, like dry rubs as well. But the mango habanero had 2, and the fire was the only one that had 3. So
the only one.
So yeah. So let's just see what happens. Let's just live dangerously. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I mean, I might combust. I don't know. Okay.
You have milk standing.
I'm still here. But
smoke coming out of your ears.
Yeah. And despite the fact that my parents did not put spicy food in my mouth as a child, I do remember my dad, nothing could ever be hot enough for him. Like when we were, like he was constantly like on a quest for like hot sauce and not like in the American variety because my dad is foreign. I mean, they're both foreign.
Yeah.
But there's this like Georgian hot sauce that he was like after, and we had these like
from the state of Georgia or from the.
What do you think? From the country of Georgia. I don't think, by the way, that this required milk, but I think a sip of this will help.
Yeah, tell me about it. How hot is it?
Oh, yes. So the thing that I love about it is that it doesn't just like taste like a punch in the mouth. There's a really nice flavor to the sauce because it is buffalo flavor, right? Okay. Just to paint a picture. but it has this like, there's like a sour note that it starts out with. So maybe like a little bit of like a lime note. I don't even know.
Yeah.
And then and then it has like that buffalo flavor. I think that, well, right now I have the compound of the mango and the fire. So I'm a little, verklempt, but I'm okay because I'm not continuing to eat them while we're on air.
Okay.
But when I do, I know that I'm going to have to take pauses and probably my nose will run and all that kind of stuff will happen.
But you'll power through it, obviously.
I will obviously power through it. But ladies, if you're on a date, now, Carmen, you've heard me talk about this before. Apparently, this is a thing. Well, it doesn't shock me, I guess, men, but like there are two camps of men, and some think that, it's perfectly fine if, your girlfriend or the girl that you're talking to like comes out with your friends and gets wings. And some think that that's like an immediate deal breaker. So I think that
to eat wings is a deal breaker.
To eat wings out with other people. Obviously, those men can fuck off as far as I'm concerned. But I will say that there is doing what you want, and then there is doing what you can, but not necessarily should. And I think that if I'm out and I'm going, and I know that you're going to agree, if I'm going to a sports bar or a place where I'm going to get wings,
right,
I don't care that I'm on a date, but I'm also going to be cognizant of the fact, like, I'm not going to,
you're not going to order the spiciest one is what you're saying.
If I was to get I wouldn't want to be out eating a whole order of these. Like if it's just me and another person trying to have a conversation,
right,
is what I'm saying. Potentially not on a first date for sure. And then secondly, well, my constant analogy about this is like, do whatever you want, but I think like perhaps it's not necessary to like order a rack of ribs and become the Joker. That's just kind of like my overarching like that.
Oh my God,
That's kind of.
Now you're making me want to do that. Like I want my face and like ribs right now.
You mean you want to do a social experiment, go on a date, get a rack of ribs, become the Joker, and see what the guy says? Because I'm totally down.
I would love that. I think this is an experiment, like the next dating show.
We'll call it Rack of Ribs.
Taste love.
I don't hate it.
It would definitely be very Joker-esque. You're right. Interesting. I actually feel like it's quarantine and it's COVID, and I'm also a single lady, and I have started dipping my toe into dating again on like apps and stuff.
Right.
And anyway, there's like, and restaurants are like starting to open if they have like an outdoor patio.
Mm-hmm.
There's like one place by me that I like feel good about, feel safe about. It's like doing a good job. And it's like my date spot. So I have like a date outfit, a date spot. I literally just like go there. Anyway, on a rotation. But anyway, so this place is like a bar and they have bar food.
Yeah.
And I've been sometimes getting wings.
Right.
Otherwise chicken tenders, chicky tendies. And I'm wondering like, what's your thought in comparison on chicken tenders, chicky tendies versus chicken wings?
First of all, I don't know why you keep calling them chicky tendies. I didn't realize that there was a 6-year-old here, but I
It's Baby Yoda inspired. I love Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda is really fucking cute. I haven't even seen Mandalorian, but like
There
I
are.
don't need you don't need to see it. This motherfucker's all over the internet. Like so cute though.
He loves Chicky Tendy.
Okay,
That's
fine.
not-
Okay, okay, okay.
Acknowledge that we live in meme culture, okay?
To answer your question,
Yes.
I personally don't think adults should be eating chicken tenders. Personal opinion, just because it makes me feel like wings, there is, I mean, this representation of wings is like a bar, a sports scenario. But all Asian cultures, like all Asian food, Chinese and Japanese and Thai, Korean, they all have wings on their different menus. So it's like a real food, is my point.
Yeah, it's like everywhere.
Yeah. And like Southern food, soul food, they have like the whole wings, and then, but like chicken tenders is like, okay, like put it in a sandwich. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like,
as it is, dip it in a sauce and eat it.
right. Yeah, I mean, I do.
Kind of like chicken nuggets.
Right.
I hear you. It is more of a yes.
I'm just not really ever after that. But like, if I'm hungry and it happens to be on like a bar, like, because if you're hanging out with like a big group of people, there's a bunch of apps. There's like, the pita wedges that like everybody's like, why is this part of the bar menu? But like, let's pretend to be healthy and eat like a pita hummus wedge. Look.
And like a celery. Oh my God.
Yeah. When you're at the bar, I've said this before, the most important thing to do is if you're there all day watching sports, is to create a food foundation so that you're not blacked out.
That's a great idea. I never do that. And then I eat my face off in chicky tendies.
I'm saying this, but do I do it? But then again, when was the last time I went out to a bar with a group of people?
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, I'm like an amateur again now. I'm like, when's the last time I've been to a bar?
Yeah, I mean, I think that if right now I wouldn't even know what to do. Like I would probably be sitting there at the bar being like freaking out a little bit, being like, should I even be here?
Oh, I know.
Like
no. The answer is no.
But on the topic, actually, so you're going out on dates and you're eating wings. Now thinking back on it, now that I said that comment, do you feel like these men have been judging you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a good question, I guess. I guess I'm not caring enough.
Well, I mean, first of all, that is always the answer because like if somebody did judge you, that motherfucker's obviously not your husband. So like,
girl, bye.
I plan to be eating wings in bed with no, I'm just kidding. I draw the line.
It's sort of like a test. It's like, are you cool or not?
It's exactly, but it's similar to, in Bronx Tale, the door test. Like
I've seen that movie, but I don't remember this reference.
Well, yeah, if it was when you pick up a girl on a date, you got into the car, you lock both doors, she comes out, you put her in her side.
Yeah.
The test is whether she reaches over, this is obviously before electric fucking unlock, whether or not she reaches over to the driver's side and unlocks the door.
Is she supposed to do that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course.
Well, because then she's a down ass bitch is kind of the point.
Cool. Oh my God, I would have passed that test.
Right. Well, I think the point that they're also trying to make is like she knows that the door is locked because you have to unlock hers to put her in the car. Yeah. So
that's cool. Yeah. Oh my God, what a cute little test.
It is cute. The movie is not sweet. I mean, if you want to pick me up, don't watch that movie. But actually,
oh wait, what? I was gonna tell you I watched a great movie last night.
Well, you can go first because I also watched something, but you can go first.
Well, I watched a classic. That is what?
You watched a classic movie. It's spooky season. What did you watch?
Hocus Pocus.
You know, I've
love
obviously,
that movie.
it's amazing. First of all, I love all of those actresses. Like,
Oh
what
my
happened to Kathy Najimy? I'm upset by it.
Sarah, is that her name?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
What's her name? Ugh, I just watched it.
Winifred is the main one. Mary,
maybe. Anyway,
yeah, the third.
Yeah. Where did she go?
I think she was in Sister Act, maybe. She was in one other movie like in that genre that I can't think of right now, but I don't know because the other, I mean, it's Bette Midler doesn't need any, and Sarah Jessica Parker, obviously.
And Thora Birch, she had a long career.
Yes, she was in Monkey Trouble and American Beauty.
Okay, I had that movie on VHS. Thank you very much.
Monkey Trouble?
Yes.
With Harvey Keitel.
Yes. And I like wanted, okay, actually monkeys were a big part of like our childhood TV actually.
Okay.
I feel like people having monkeys, like I wanted a monkey. Like
okay.
That was a theme of the 90s.
So speaking of themes of the 90s, because this wasn't just Monkey Trouble. So not book club, what was it called? Like where you got books at like Scholastic and you ordered books.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how I got Monkey Trouble.
But Monkey Trouble, like, so remember in the 90s, they would have books of these movies.
I kind of remember that.
Yeah, because I read Monkey Trouble.
Did you not see the movie?
I think eventually I did, but I think I initially read it, which is like the wild thing. Also, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Home Alone.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. I read it.
Read it?
Yes.
What? What was your childhood?
What was my childhood? So actually, I'm glad we're on this topic because it reminds me of the fact that I wish that the hardships of life were equivalent to what I thought they were when I was a kid, because I would order books unbeknownst to my parents and I would hide them and like be like so scared that they would find them. Things like Fear Street by R.L. Stine and stuff that were like, you know, I mean,
you thought you were like being bad?
Yes. Oh. And I thought that was bad. Like my parents would care that I like.
That you're reading Goosebumps?
Goosebumps was like for kids. Like you always wanted it to be scarier, but it like wasn't.
Okay, but it sounds like you didn't really watch TV, but do you remember?
First of all, okay. No, I did watch TV, but go on.
You remember Friday night, like Nickelodeon, Snick, maybe it was Saturday night.
Snick?
Mm-hmm. Yes. And the last show, wasn't it? No, it was Are You Afraid of the Dark? That shit was fucking scary. Yeah. I'm like, where can I get that now? It's gotta be someone's.
So yeah. Hocus Pocus, always a classic.
Yes.
But I'm not really a big horror genre in terms of like shit that like pops out of nowhere or like that type of horror, because I just feel like it's stupid. Like I do love a psychological thriller, but I started watching The Haunting at Bly Manor. Have you heard of this?
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, the first one was The Haunting of Hill House, and it was like a 10 episode thing. Apparently it's like similar to American Horror Story, where the season, like the first one isn't connected to the second one. It's like some of the actors are crossover, but you got
independent from one another.
Yeah, like you don't have to have seen the first one.
Yeah.
The first season. So yeah, this I started watching it yesterday, and I watched 5 of the 9 episodes that are an hour long.
Oh, shit. How is it?
It's really good. Yeah, it's like a story is being told. It's like a, flashback, like story is being told, but then there's also just like moving around within the plot in terms of time as well. So Highly
You're gonna
recommend.
finish it.
Highly recommend.
When are you gonna finish it?
After the Heat game today,
Oh my gosh, so that's like
probably,
coming up right now, right?
which is like right now. So on that note of heat, my mouth is definitely feeling it. But yeah,
Okay.
I
Finish
mean,
those things and watch the game or what?
I'm gonna finish the wings, and thankfully, in this case, I'm watching the game myself.
I love it.
But
Yeah.
I would
Awesome.
definitely order from Fire Wings again. I'm really glad that my
Oh,
security
good.
guard happened to be eating them.
Amazing. Yes, a kismet.
A total kismet. That's just how I operate in my life these days.
Yeah.
But enjoy your Chipotle.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
No
Let's
problem.
go. Let's go Heat. And
Yay.
see
Let's
you
go. Heat.
soon.
Love you.
Bye, boo. Love you.